joke.
Am I allowed to sit like this?
And I spearheaded the effort for the marquee restoration.
So we bought the building, remodeled it. It looks nothing like it used to.
The ugliest Christmas sweater I've ever seen.
Me too.
All right, what is this now? Number 21, 22?
21.
21, and we wanted to bring on another customer, although it's a recurring customer, client. My good friends here from Alpha Roofing Company, our loyal sponsor. We've been together for a while, haven't we, guys? Almost over a year, I think, now.
It's been a while. It's been a while.
Willie gave me a little bit of a smile. Derek's being a donkey, Jack. I knew that was coming, but I want to bring on Derek and Willie. Willie is the CFO, and Derek is the Director of Operations, Vice President of Operations.
Yeah.
Which one? Either or works
He's
for you.
the VP of operations.
He's VP.
He is the grease that keeps the wheels turning.
Okay. And you know what was funny? Last time I was here, this was back in July, you were actually working. Remember when you were doing that?
Yes.
You were wiring, I think, up a trailer.
Yeah.
How does that make you feel?
It's got to be done, right?
Yeah, I was going to say, what was the first thing that you said to me, though? Yeah, I'm actually working.
Don't tell everyone.
But
it's got to be done.
Yeah.
If it's got to be done, it's got to be done. So might as well just
it's
get
got
it
to get
over
done.
with, right?
Yeah.
Wiring trailers falls under his job category for sure.
And I wouldn't want to do that. So, Willie, you're like, all right, Derek, get on
I
us.
still don't think it works, but
All right, so we got a nice little show here for the next hour. We're going to talk about the weather. We're going to look at their new office, which, by the way, we're hopefully going to do a video, kind of give you a nice little tour. They moved. What was the road you guys were on? 3rd Southwest?
We're on 19th Street.
19th
Southwest.
Street. Hopefully be close. And now they're on South Federal,
Correct.
which is a really nice office on the east side, just north of Highway 18 in Mason City. We'll talk a little bit about that, and then we'll speak on what's going to happen the next couple of months now that the roofing season is slowly but surely kind of coming together. But first thing I think a lot of people want to talk about and know about, obviously, the severe weather. Last year we had the derecho. This year we have the flooding, and we had the tornado or a couple of tornadoes that took place in Cerro Gordo and Floyd, and I believe it went through to Chickasaw County as well. So were you guys keeping up on the weather that day because you knew something was probably going to be brewing for you guys?
For sure. I mean, we all have multiple, weather platforms on our smartphones. So it's constantly, whether it's we're messaging each other or the phones are dinging because alerts are going off. I mean, it's unfortunately just part of our business, when it's storming, you just got to keep your eye on your phone constantly.
Yeah.
Regardless of what your wife says, you got to keep looking at the phone.
Could be 2:00 in the morning. Lights could be out. Power would be out.
well, and Joe and Coulter do a good job of keeping things in their trucks. So if we call, like we got to go, they're ready. They've got everything ready. And those guys have been instrumental this year for sure. Just keeping things going. So it makes it easy when you have guys you can count on for sure.
Yeah. And nowadays, I know it too. It's tough to find good help. And I think those guys are probably beyond help now. I mean, they bought into the product and the business and are wearing the Alpha Blue. I love the Alpha Blue. Can you show the kids?
Look at
Those are decent.
Right?
So tell everybody where you got those darn shoes. And you got to get a pair too, Willie.
Yeah.
My wife found them on
Oh, that's nice.
Yep.
And
Thanks, Kath.
And you have an anniversary coming up. You just had one. Yep. And you have an anniversary coming up. You guys doing anything for the anniversary?
I can't spill all my secrets.
You're pretty quick on that. All right, so let's get back to the weather. So you guys kind of knew what was happening. Once all the rain kind of stopped, I'm assuming that's when the calls started to flood in, pun intended.
Yeah, we got a few Facebook messages, people asking if we can come take a look at their leak situations, or this morning's been busy with phone calls. I mean, how many inches of rain have we had in the last week or two? It's just been rain after rain after rain. And
yeah,
it's certainly, if there's any sort of discrepancy or anything a little bit wrong with your roof, when you get 6 inches of rain in 2 weeks, you're gonna find out.
So what's the process of a potential customer wants to get a hold of you? I feel like every business stipulation is a little bit different. Procedures is done differently. So what's the easiest way if someone has a problem with their leaky roof, or if they have damage, they need a roof replacement? What's the easiest way for them? I mean, there's probably multiple ways.
Yeah. No, our system first, the easiest way is just call into the office, 641-430-8008.
What if people don't have a phone?
You can send us a message on Facebook. We're pretty responsive on Facebook as well, or you can go on our website and request an estimate. But the fastest way to get somebody to your house to look at your leak is just to give us a call or shoot us a message on Facebook.
Okay. I wanted to grab my phone because I wanted to look at some of the rainfall total. So the National Weather Service had this out, La Crosse, for the past week, I believe. So Alma leading the charge at 16 inches.
It's crazy.
St. Ansgar had just about 13. Osage had 11. Charles City had 11. New Hampton had 10. Grand Meadow had 9. Caledonia had 9. Yeah, so there is definitely quite a bit here in terms of rain. So how's the summer been going?
Busy, very busy. Yep.
So when you guys say busy, what are you guys working on? Obviously you're a roofing company. Like, is it homes? Is it commercial? Is it
the last 2 months, I'd say we've been finishing up some larger projects in Cedar Rapids still from the derecho last year.
You guys are still working on it?
Still, and I think actually we just put the last nail in the shingle on Saturday.
On the final client from the derecho over a year ago.
Correct. It's been that long.
As of now.
As of now.
Right now.
So
maybe different.
Are you anticipating possibly maybe some bad work maybe from other companies, and then they have to call you, or you say for now? That's why I'm just.
We hope not. We hope somebody doesn't have to go through that.
Yeah.
But there was a lot of.
You can see on the derecho Facebook page now. There's a lot of people already saying that, they've had contractors come in and just get ghosted, or they've come in and started the work but didn't finish. I think we're all part of that page, and we try to keep up with it. And it's still there's a lot of horror stories on there, but things are starting to get back to normal. And
how does it look down there? I want to go look at that actually.
Better. There's not near as many blue tarps as you're driving down the road. That's for sure. So that's a positive.
Okay.
I think there's a lot of people that still need siding done, gutters done, windows and stuff. But most of the roofs, as far as we know, or as far as we've seen, are getting taken care of in a timely fashion.
Well, I just remember last year going down there for the first time. I think I went down to see Mercy, and we met the councilwoman. What's her name?
Ashley.
You would remember that.
You know Trisha Hunt? She says hi.
Okay. Hi.
Do you know Trisha Hunt, or you just have a fan?
From Paducah, Kentucky.
Nope.
She must be a fan of Derek.
She just loved you guys, and she gave you guys 5 stars.
Oh, good.
Us or me?
She says, "Hey guys, watching from Paducah, Kentucky." So maybe she likes all of you.
I'll take that.
Good deal.
All right. Where were we going with this?
You were talking about
storms. What's Cedar Rapids?
Oh, with Ashley. Yes, with Ashley. So I just remember going there for the first time thinking, and then driving around downtown in the city, and just, man.
Well, we went back a couple months later when we did the Christmas thing.
Yes.
But you didn't get to see it. Obviously, you were down there kind of at night, but it still wasn't much better than when it was the first time you were down there. There was trees cleaned up for the most part.
But it was but they were still on the side of the road. I remember one huge tree by the hospital, just right in the middle of a yard, and just nothing done.
Yeah.
And you had thousands and thousands and thousands of trees that were wrecked just in Cedar Rapids. Of course, it's going to take time, but it does look better.
It does.
Okay. Interesting. We're just hoping that something like that never happens again, but it's going to happen again. Like you have one of those. We've just been so fortunate. I think a couple of things come into play like that. We've been so fortunate, I think, that something like that has not sped through a major metropolis. And thankfully, Cedar Rapids is big, but imagine that going through Minneapolis, St. Paul,
right,
St. Louis, Chicago. Something of that magnitude would have been unimaginable, I think, too.
And there are people in our industry that's just what they do. They're storm chasers. They sit in their truck waiting for the storm to hit. Hurricane Irma Ida?
Ida that just hit.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I mean, you go on our social media and roofing pages. It's nothing. It just insanity. People trying to mobilize these hurricanes.
I think when it first started talking about it, you made the joke like, yeah, there's so many roofers sitting right down there right now.
Yeah.
Just
No, it's
waiting.
already-
They were there
a week
before the storm
it
even hit.
Licking their chops
Yep.
with
Yeah.
all the supplies.
And that's not our business model. It's never have been to chase the storm. I mean, if it happens in our backyard, we want to be there to help people out. I mean, especially in North Iowa as well. I mean, was it last week? Like
Yeah, just
around
last week.
Greene, Butler County area, they got hit pretty hard with some winds. We were down there at the bowling alley on Wednesday, and there's a lot of crop damage all over. And that was before the tornado went through between Marble Rock and Greene area.
Was that the day before that happened? That all the straight line winds came through? Yeah, I think it was Green.
Right. Yeah.
Hampton,
There's crop damage
Elma.
everywhere. There's just corn stalks bent over left and right down there. So I mean, it's a good thing it was in the middle of the country, not through a metropolis area. But I don't know what the winds were, but there's just been a lot of storms.
If I was going to say, if they're knocking down just whole lines of fields like that of corn stalks, I mean, you're 75 miles an hour plus, I think, at the minimum.
For sure. And there's a lot of people, I think, in those communities, Marble Rock, Greene, Allison, Clarksville. Definitely, if you think you have wind damage or you have leaks, especially all this rain from wind damage, give us a call. We'll come down and do a free inspection. I mean, the best thing we can do is just get up there, feel around on the shingles, make sure they haven't blown loose, make sure there is no damage. Because just because the shingle didn't blow off doesn't mean it's not, damaged.
Yeah.
It could have, come loose completely. Next good rain, driving rain, you're going to get leaks all over your house. So just, as a public service announcement, just have somebody check your roof. Make sure your shingles are still sealed down, especially before winter gets here.
So, what's good practice for someone? Say, I mean, most of North Iowa has been hit pretty hard the last week or so with severe weather.
Right.
70 mile an hour winds. Should people be hopping up on their roofs just to be checking to see, or should they just be,
I know
hey,
it's
Oh,
if you feel comfortable, but
yeah, first off, why not? Because where I grew up, which is most kind of where you guys obviously did, small town, that's what you did. Like
Right.
if there were branches up there, I'm not saying like, hey, anyone 85 or older, you better hop up there. That's not where we're going with this. But I mean, if you have a ladder and people can do that, what can people look for?
the biggest thing is creases in the shingles or just missing shingles. A lot of times you'll see kind of a darker shadow line under the shingle that shows maybe it's blown loose or come unsealed.
Yeah.
And that's an easy fix depending on the severity of how much it blew off or how much is damaged.
Mm-hmm.
Sometimes you just got to go up there and just reseal the shingles. Other times, if it's that much damage, you might have to look at, do an insurance claim. But every roof is different, and it's honestly just getting somebody that's educated and get up there to look at it is the first step.
So the better recommendation is call Alpha to maybe hop up there. Derek's
Yeah.
like, come on, do a plug here.
Right. And free, and we do that as a free service. We'll
you
go
do?
and do inspections just to make sure that your roof is in good condition.
Okay.
And we're pretty honest. If your roof's fine, then great. Then we'll tell you, hey, your roof's fine.
So I have a perfect comment for right now.
Yeah.
Mackenzie says, whoop, whoop. Thank you, Derek, for calling me right away with my concern Saturday morning. And thanks, Joe, for stopping by today and checking on my roof.
So let's give a little background story to that. So Mackenzie is from Osage. She had a flooded Chimney area, I believe, right?
Yeah.
Coming directly from her roof. So explain a little bit about that, about the process of her calling, getting it done, so people that are watching can understand it.
She came on Facebook and had sent us a message. We got the rest of her information back from her, and then got a hold of her, made sure it wasn't anything that was I called her and she said it wasn't anything that was a super big emergency. So we just set up a time today that it was dry, that we could go out and try and fix it, just so we weren't opening up anything while it was raining, making anything worse than what it needed to be. But yeah.
And then you guys come there, you inspect whatever needs to be done, you guys do, and
Yep.
you wave goodbye and you move on it.
If it's a simple fix, usually Joe or Coulter will fix it on site. Just climb up there and take care of it. If it's something that's a little more elaborate, you got to order materials or what have you, we'll come back, get a bid put together, send that estimate out to the homeowner so they know, hey, this is what you can expect to pay to get that repaired, and then schedule it from there.
And you guys have gotten a lot of calls this morning from people, I'm assuming.
Yep. Yep. We've definitely got a handful of calls this morning just because of all the rain and storms the last couple of days.
So has it been just in a certain area, or has it been pretty much all around North Iowa?
Across the board.
And pretty much any
Clemmy, Charles City, Osage, where else? Lyle. Yeah, it's just been everywhere.
Come look at my roof at my studio.
See, yeah, you might have another customer.
Right.
So now that we have the severe weather out of the way and we're heading into September, October, what's the business like?
Well, the good news is we're back to kind of full swing in North Iowa, which is great to have all of our eggs in one basket, all our crew back up north. We got a pretty good list of roofs I got to get taken care of up north. Derek's got a board in there that if you look at it doesn't make any sense, but he knows how to make sense of it.
I saw it. He just started erasing stuff, and it was probably from like a month ago.
It was just to get you off my back.
Oh, that's what it was.
So, pretty
I
big.
even started writing something on there on one of your boards.
The goal is to have everything done by Halloween is kind of our basic deadline. That usually once they start pulling corn out of the field, that's when we got to stop roofing. So we want to make sure that the weather's still warm enough for shingles sealed down. And usually once we get past October 31st, there's no guarantee.
It's kind of a day by day thing.
Yep, you can get anything done. So.
And to me, it's so interesting because when I think of roofing, I want to get it done with in spring and summer. Right. But this tends to be a busier time of the year for you guys.
Yeah, we get a lot of homeowners to get that first good chill, first cold morning they wake up, and then they're like, oh, wow, I was supposed to get that fixed this summer, and it didn't happen. So we'll get a lot of those phone calls, people kind of panicking, hey, can you still get us in? Can you still get us in? Well, right now, we can.
You heard that. Right now, they still have some openings.
In another 2-3 weeks, that could change. Once September gets here and if we get a rain out here and there, that schedule, that window can start shrinking pretty rapidly. So,
and again, I know the answer to this, but some may not. But why is there that Halloween date that it's like, all right, we probably should not do any more roofing? What goes on into that?
You don't have the heat. Basically, you don't have the heat to seal your shingles. That's.
Yep. And people do roof in the winter, but it takes a lot of specialty equipment. You have to heat the shingles up before you put them on the roof. Not saying you couldn't do roofs in the winter or you couldn't do emergency repairs in the winter, but if you really want the roof to stick and last and make sure you get a full warranty, you need to do it, before the highs are below 50 degrees. So that's kind of it needs at least be 50 or above and get some good sun on those shingles to make sure they seal appropriately.
Okay. So then once that date hits, is it kind of like you guys have one last hurrah? You guys party it up? Like what goes on at Alpha Roofing November 14th through about April?
A lot of learning.
A lot of learning. Okay. So you guys take part before we have the fun. What are you guys learning? You guys going to seminars, events?
We try to do as much as we can.
Yep.
So when stuff comes up,
you are such a bullshitter. It's so funny. We try to do as much as
I'm being serious. Like
I know. I'm just teasing.
Just different hail stuff. They have a lot of seminars in the winter, obviously, because the summer's busy.
Yeah.
We go to the IRE, MRCA.
MRCA's in November up in Milwaukee, actually.
Oh.
Heading up to your neck of the woods.
Okay. I'll see you there.
We'll. It's usually 2 or 3 days of
partying. No.
Well, some of that mixed in.
Well, yeah. Anytime you're going somewhere to sit in classes and learn, you're going to have some networking opportunities.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Yep. So we'll be doing that, and then usually in the spring, we try to go to the Roofing Expo. I think it's going to be in New Orleans in 2022. Hopefully, it all pans out. We'll see how it goes.
Right at the beginning of Mardi Gras.
Yep.
Just happens to be in February.
Well, did you guys go to Las Vegas for this?
No, it was in Vegas in August. Are you going to go to Vegas in August?
Well,
I lived there, but I wouldn't go on. I wouldn't recommend.
No, and that's what COVID did. It canceled it from March, which we were scheduled to go, and then they rescheduled it for August in Vegas. I'm just not interested in going to the desert in summer.
Well, the bad thing is in August, from about the third week of June until the end of September, you have the monsoon season, which is not only hot, it's muggy as hell too. Right. You have days that there are dew points in the 60s, which is nothing here. But if you have temperatures 105 to 110 with dew points in the 60s to near 70, it's
a hard pass. Hard pass.
So you guys decided to not do that one.
Well, and we were so busy with some of the derecho stuff and trying to get some of these larger projects done.
It's a bad time of year.
Speaking of bad time of the year, let's talk winter. All right. And you guys, of course, don't do roofs, but you guys do something else to keep you a little bit busy.
Yeah, I mean, late fall we'll do a lot of maintenance work. Derek will be working on a lot of trailers, and then once the snow flies,
He's doing some trailers, huh?
Apparently.
I told you, trailer wiring, greasing trailers, all falls under the VP of Operations job description.
You'd be good at selling too.
So all I have to do, where I'm hearing is all I have to do is I just got to get them something.
Doesn't care if the lights work or not, but as long as you get it there,
Right.
Just get it someplace to get it.
Yeah. No, last couple of years we've been doing snow removal, pushing snow for quick stars here in town.
All right, I have a serious question, and when I say this, usually it's funny, but it's not. But like, do you actually legit like snow removal? Because I did a little bit with a lawnmower that we would put like when I was a kid. We would put like a little plow on it, and I hated it. And my cousin just loved it. I thought it was the dumbest thing in the world, but it has to get done, and you're getting paid for it. So back to my first question: do you enjoy it?
Sometimes I get a kick out of it.
You do like it.
Yeah,
I knew he was going to like it, Willie. For some reason.
I have been trying and my previous employer did it for 5 years. And now this is going into our third winter here of doing snow removal.
Yeah.
So this is my 8th year of doing snow removal. Like, do I want to do it? No, I do not.
Well, if it's a mild summer, it's not bad.
Derek keeps like, hey, we need to do more and more snow removal.
Is it because he likes it or he wants more business?
No, I think he just likes it.
Yeah.
I think that's just, he's got a cot, he's got a sleeping bag.
Seriously,
here. Not here now, but it'll be there in the next.
He shows up.
You know why he does that? He's tired of being at home, Willie.
Never.
I hope Kathy's watching.
He's gonna take my side over yours.
Yeah, I would agree with that one. So, I mean, you enjoy it somewhat. I mean, it's not that you don't, but is that an area that you guys are trying to grow?
Yeah, no, I mean, it definitely gives us a revenue stream in the winter, especially if there's nothing else going on. I mean, it's not, we're not trying to build a snow removal empire, but it certainly is something to keep our guys busy. We'll have 4 of us doing snow removal full time.
You know, Nick and Joe, dude. Joe does it.
Yeah, Joe and Coulter, they'll be pushing snow.
Well, Jason, Jason is the CEO, CFO, VP. So that's, if you get an idea, you'll see some of the, if you haven't seen any of the videos, you'll see who Jason is. But Jason doesn't get behind there, does he?
He says he has bids to do in the winter to line up for spring work.
Okay.
That's what he says. Commercial roofing might be a whole different ball game. He says he's busy.
Sounds like he's not a big fan of snow. Does he go down south for? Doesn't he leave for a while?
No, not typically. Unless he's on vacations. No.
Just,
We all take a lot of vacations in the winter. That's the downside.
Yeah. So let's talk about the vacations, because during summer you guys are most of you put in a lot of hours.
Right.
I don't even need to look at him. I just feel him staring at me.
We have the same job title if it makes you feel any better.
Right.
Yeah.
I know how much.
Where are you guys going? I know you're snowmobiling.
Yep.
Around here, you guys go west a lot. You guys going east, south,
Those
north?
ones.
Okay.
For sure.
Where are you going this year?
Yep.
We have our vendor, Beacon, they just sent out a notification that they're doing a trip to Cabo.
Yep.
Right? Yep. So we might try to
Probably have to do that.
owners go do that.
I have to.
Yeah.
That'd be rough.
It is.
It's
I mean,
tough.
it's one of those networking things. It's just-
Yeah, you gotta
it's
go.
something you gotta do. It's gotta be done. It's gotta be done.
I
gotta be
understand. Not only is he a BSer, but so is he. So.
No, it's just a good time to spend, to downtime to spend with family or around the holidays.
Right.
Go visit. It's.
In the summer, we try to. I mean, this last year, obviously, we did the Alpha Party up here, but years before, we've gone down to Adventureland.
Yeah. And
just kind of everybody gets together down there. But
You doing Adventureland anymore after all that stuff happening?
I'm that bumper cars guy. That's where I know that's where it's at. Maybe even ski lift.
You only like frozen water?
Yeah,
Yeah.
He does bumper cars.
I've done bumper cars before.
that's fine. But that's where I stick. Like anything else,
Yeah. Not your
I'm
thing?
out.
Not a fan of roller coasters?
Willie, don't you think it'd be fun to watch those two go at it in bumper cars?
It would, definitely.
Yeah, I would almost pay to see that.
Bring it on.
What are you paying?
Well, not you.
Oh.
What are you paying?
So that was one of the things that I thought was really interesting when we first spoke last year is you guys do family-oriented things within the business. You guys all know each other. Where did that dynamic start?
I think just all three of us, myself, Derek, and Jason, we're all very family-oriented to start with. So when we brought this business together, we wanted to make sure that carried over to our people. I mean, last couple of years last year we did ham, turkey, and all the stuff for all of our guys just to make sure that,
I'll take one of those this year.
Right, for sure. Put you on the
I want
payroll.
it delivered from him.
We'll see how good you are.
I bet I get one before you do.
Probably.
We ordered a whole bunch of those cookies from Bakery Lane over by North Springs.
Yeah.
If you haven't tried those,
I have not, but I've heard of them.
man, they're out of this world.
You've had the sweet rolls at North Springs, that restaurant, right? What the hell is that place called?
Gigi's?
Gigi's, yeah.
Oh yeah, everything at Gigi's is amazing.
Yeah.
It's just a great place. But yeah, something we'll probably do that again this year. Just make sure we've got ham, turkey, and stuff, for our guys.
Is it made or is it frozen?
No, I think we just go to Hy-Vee and buy
Just pull
all
it
the parts.
You actually have to cook it.
Somebody's got to cook it.
If you're cooking it. Although I don't know what you're putting in it, so
I'll cook.
I don't know where your hands are going to
one.
be in that turkey.
Well, you're
But-
Yeah.
How long do you just leave it on the counter for?
Until your wife starts cooking it?
No, I'm cooking his turkey this year.
Yeah.
I'm just gonna sit on the counter, let it thaw. And I'll be like,
There you
"This."
go.
I still need a job, so you can't hurt them.
Yeah, don't get me too sick. Just sick enough that it's like, don't do that again. Let's talk about the new place. You guys moved 19th Street. I got that right finally to South Federal.
Yep.
Why the move? And I know why the move. I mean, the place is spectacular, but really, why the move? Why invest that way to make something? I mean, your last place was nice. This place is a little nicer.
The other place we were just leasing. It wasn't ours. It wasn't ours to make ours.
Mm-hmm.
And we just didn't have the room. We were pretty much stacked on top of each other in there. There was no really outdoor storage space. This new location, I guess the biggest reason we wanted to move here was it's a prime location. There's 10,000 cars that go by here a day that see our sign. It's great exposure for the business. But then secondly is the lot size, the heated warehouse. We're able to keep our products and our materials stored appropriately.
Mm-hmm.
We have enough room to park all of our trucks and trailers and park my camper,
Oh, look at that. Parking your snowmobiles back there too? No, that's
They're undercover at home.
until the wife pulls it or something, huh?
Do you have any trees down at your house?
Nope.
Yeah, did you guys have any damage over the weekend?
There was some very small hail here in Mason City, just little tiny stuff, but nothing that produced any damage.
Yeah.
But I'm surprised that you didn't get some by your house as close as that tornado went by your place.
Really worried.
Were you guys in the basement? I wasn't that worried. I think you were.
Technically, we were in the basement.
We were in a basement.
We were at Joe's house having our fantasy football draft, our alpha fantasy football draft.
Yeah.
My kids and wife were at home, and then she ended up going into her mom's in Rockford. But yeah, it wasn't terrible far from our place.
Did it turn green? I just had to say
I
that.
was in the basement.
Okay. Because you guys live in green, right?
No,
No, he lives in Rockford.
Oh, I thought for some reason you lived in green. Thanks for
We're
inviting me over.
from Green.
Yeah.
we did invite you.
I've been there twice.
Just once.
We did invite you. To
Yeah, the Alpha Day. But it was like day of. The Alpha Day was day of. The other one was not.
Guys have to look back.
Because all of a sudden you're like, hey, we have Alpha Day. No, I called you.
Are you sure? Maybe that wasn't just a hey. It was a hey. We have Alpha Day. Does he remember? Like I invited him like a couple weeks ago. Does he remember? I think that's more what it was. I mean, I can give him a phone. We can look it up later.
Yeah, we should.
We'll look it up on.
Yeah. The other one was completely my fault, and that one I have nothing about. We won't even go into that one, will we?
Don't apologize to me. She's right there.
Do you think she's there?
Probably.
Watching.
The wife?
Yeah.
You think she's watching?
I'm sure of it.
Kathy, I heard what you wanted to do to me, and please don't do that.
He asked me to do that.
Yeah, don't do that. I don't know if I need them anymore, but I may need them. True. All right, so on the property, what have you guys done since you guys moved in? Because, I mean, even from the last time I was here, you've added some pictures and kind of some of your work.
Yeah, just did some decoration, just trying to make it feel a little more comfortable, cozy, more inviting for homeowners to come into.
Yeah.
We still have a lot to do as far as trying to get our signage on the front of the building. We need to do some repairs to our warehouse as well.
Mhm.
But we spent a lot of time just grading and graveling the lot, trying to get that correct. We put some gutters on the building.
You keeping gravel outside, or are you gonna put some blacktop on there?
Oh, that's a good question. Right now, we just got piles of gravel to use up
Yeah.
at this point. But we put a bunch of racking in the warehouse just to
Concrete it too, right?
organize, right? Yeah, just concrete.
It's about the same price, isn't it?
No,
I have no idea.
no,
It'd be-
it's not.
it'd be
It's well, my dad was considering doing blacktop and cement at our house or my parents' house, and he went cement because it was only a little bit more expensive. So
My mom blacktopped because it was that much cheaper.
yeah.
I
That'd
don't
be-
know.
It
That's
depends, it depends on who your contractor is and who your bids are from.
Yeah.
It'd be a lot of
Stick with
blacktop.
rock. Just
Yeah.
gravel.
You think so?
I think so.
I bet Jason wants to stay with gravel.
You gonna be wheelchair accessible anytime?
Yeah, I was wondering about that because out back there, our wagon had a hard time getting up.
The front door is wheelchair accessible.
Oh yeah, it is. Crap.
I didn't
Yeah.
park real.
I should have known that.
Actually, I
If you
didn't
come
park.
and need a wheelchair
I
accessible
rode-
entrance, please use the front door.
Yes. Yeah. Even if it wasn't, I would still BS it. But it really is. Yeah. If you have a wheelchair, you can pop in there. Yeah. All right. So what's in the refrigerator? You got anything like what goes on here on a Friday after a hard week's?
Well, you want me to go up?
There's water
Go
and
for it.
soda,
So
and probably Derek's leftovers from
No,
whatever.
no, I don't
No?
have any leftovers in there.
Oh, you threw them away finally?
They're gone.
All right, good deal.
where were the leftovers from?
Who knows? Chinese or whatever we get for
Those were
lunch.
Coulters.
Do you eat out a lot?
No.
No. I don't know. When
We got some T-bones and burgers in there. Yeah.
Yeah, you guys definitely need to have some type of grand opening here.
Yeah.
Is that going to be maybe next year? Or is that gonna be later this year?
We're discussing trying to do something for our anniversary, first year, 1 year anniversary. Try to get, like I said, the signage done, get the building out back re-roofed.
Christmas and have Santa Claus here.
Ooh.
Well, that's a good idea.
Yeah.
We have somebody here taking pictures of Santa Claus with the kids.
For sure. We talked about trying to get some of the local food trucks to come out, maybe like the Stampedes has that mobile truck, or the icy truck.
Yeah.
North Springs just had them recently. They had kind of a fun day over there with inflatables. So
There's a really good cookie dough one in Charles City. Remember the one at Trimark?
Oh, from New Hampton? Or
Yeah.
in Hampton?
yeah,
It's
the
from
cookie dough
Charles
truck.
City.
They come over here quite a bit.
Do they? Oh,
Yeah.
that place is the bomb.
Yeah.
Is there one from Green now?
It's good. It's-
Yeah, the bakery.
The bakery
You
one.
have to really like ice. You have to really like raw cookie dough.
I love it. I could eat it every single day.
Yeah, my kids love it. The cookie dough one, the cookie boutique.
yeah.
It
I
was
don't
good.
know,
It was good. But the small one was
plenty.
more than enough.
For sure.
I'll take a large.
So that's kind of something we're thinking about doing, is try to get some local vendors to come out. And I'm not sure how we got to work that out yet with them, how that would pan out. But that's just try to do something fun.
What's next in 2022 for you guys?
We've landed some larger commercial projects for the spring, so we're really excited about that. Trying to, schedule and plan for those, some DOT projects. So we're really happy with that.
Okay.
That's a new avenue for us. We're really trying to build our commercial division and not just our steep slope side. So
And that's the part where Jason is bidding in winter.
correct. He's busy. He's busy. And gutters, we're hoping to continue to really take off with our seamless gutter machine that we purchased. We've done quite a few gutters this year already, and we're just trying to find or build a good crew that can continue to do that. And
So there's pretty much 4 lines of revenue for you guys at this point.
Yeah.
1 in winter, and then obviously the 3 that you're talking about.
For sure.
And gutters can be done past October, right?
Yeah, absolutely.
Because they don't have the same window.
Right.
For sure. For sure. You can pretty much do gutters anytime as long as there's not a bunch of ice stuck in the gutters and you're trying to rip them off.
Sure.
I've seen that go wrong a couple of times. But other than that, yeah, those can be done any time of the year if need be.
All right. What's going on for 2022 for you?
We're probably gonna do some roofing.
He's going to wire some
We're
trailers.
gonna be pretty serious.
Nothing big? I would put you on the spot, and we're just going to sit here and wait.
I mean, there's some things that hopefully all fall into place. Obviously, we talked about one earlier.
Yep. I know there's some stuff that we can't.
That hopefully everything
Does somebody need to get that?
He's got it.
That's a great. We were talking about that at my parents' house yesterday.
I think you
Get
should
one.
have them for
Get
work.
one.
No, I've never worn a watch and I never will.
I don't wear watches very often either, but I like this.
Do you?
Yeah, for sure.
Maybe.
Be a great.
Then you always, you don't have to be. It's just
Right there. Just like, yeah. I don't, is that what you do to my cell phone calls?
Decline.
Decline. That's what it was for about 10 days. Like,
Nope.
what do you want? All right, so we talked about 2022. Is there any other areas that you guys are thinking about that you can talk about for new products, new ideas, before I start asking a bunch of crazy questions, which is going to be a lot of fun?
No, we're really
Yeah, but I'm serious.
It's gonna be fun.
Yeah.
we're really just trying to stick to the core of what we do,
Yeah.
which is roofing, and gutters is an offshoot. I think that's something that ties really well to what we're doing already. So, yep, makes a lot of sense. Soffit fascia. But we're really trying to not become the jack of all trades and master of none. We want to stick to what we can do and what we know how to do, and that's roofs.
Yeah.
And I feel like that's the best way moving forward for us, is just to stick to roofing, period.
And you'll see some more videos as well coming up in the next at least month or two here, and then we'll have some fun, I think, with maybe some off the wall videos with you guys. But specifically, you're like, what? Derek's like, or Willie's like,
We're gonna have fun.
yeah, we're gonna have a little bit of fun.
It means he's gonna have fun at our expense.
Right, more than likely.
It's all about the brand. We'll make sure it's not ruined, or the integrity of your brand will not be ruined. All right, let's have some fun. What do we have? 15 minutes or so?
Yep.
Yeah. So I'm gonna play a game. It's called I Get to Ask the Questions. You guys can answer it. Okay. It's a fun game.
So it's the same game we've been playing for the
Pretty
last
much,
45
but
minutes.
It's more rapid response.
Yeah. So we'll try to keep this
Going
PG-13.
first?
No, you are.
No.
PG-13. We're not going to get real crazy or anything like that. Tell me about bowling nights in Green on Wednesdays.
Well,
One word.
Wild?
Wait, I got it. Amazing.
amazing.
Amazing. It is coming back around. We start on the 8th again, and then it's just.
That's the most he's spoken all day today.
You talking
Great.
about something he likes?
Yep.
It's fun. It's fun, and it's. We have two teams this year, and it's a lot of the guys in here.
Yeah.
So you just kind of get to unwind, relax.
Good bonding moment outside of work. You're a little bit loose. You have a couple of drinks, I'm assuming.
Team building exercise.
Yeah,
for sure.
yeah. That's
Definitely team building.
Do
Do we
you
break that all off?
I think we kind of
Yeah.
some part of it. Yeah.
do you think that you guys become more comfortable though with other coworkers because of Wednesdays? Serious question. Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
We work hard. We play hard.
Yeah.
I think that's part of it. And we all get along. I mean, that's part of that family atmosphere that we have here. Is we don't just go home and be like, thank God I'm away from Derek because I was sick of him all day today. Like I said, we do the fantasy football together. We do the bowling.
You do fantasy football, you said? Okay.
Yeah, we have an alpha roofing.
Yeah.
All the guys got together. 8 of us are all doing a league,
Okay.
and then most of us are all doing bowling together. So that just goes to show, I guess, how good of a team we are. We make sure we're all polite to each other and amicable, and we can all get along. And
I would say
we
that's
still
100% true. What I've seen.
Still have fun outside of work. Even when the day's over, we can get together and throw some balls down the lane.
Good answer. Speaking of balls, 10-year anniversary coming up, right?
I just answered the last one.
Hold on. No. This was for Willie. In a perfect world, what would Kathy, his wife, what would she want for an anniversary gift? Perfect world.
Nothing.
Aren't you supposed to buy him something like 10 years or?
Yeah, I mean, there's got to be
Isn't there,
something.
Are you kidding me?
I don't know. What?
She want nothing.
Isn't there a thing where you're
There's
supposed
got to
to
be something
There's
that you
something
want.
for every year.
Well, yeah, I don't know what
Maybe
they
some
are.
free time from her kids. Free time from her other kid.
Yeah, probably.
Yeah, but you got the kids going away, right?
10
Yeah.
years would.
Yeah.
Wood,
I think 10 years would.
which would be what?
Something made from wood.
There's an actual
Like piece of wood, or are we talking?
Hey,
like a house.
PG-13. What?
Like a house.
A house.
Or in a group.
Oh, we. Oh.
That's an interesting question. Like,
Hold on,
okay,
I'm gonna look it up because there are.
who actually does your roof? I mean, I know you guys do, but not. I mean, so your roof. Who does like and yours too? Like, who does your roof? I know Alpha does, but all of a sudden you're like, oh, by the way, like I need my roof done. Like, how does that work?
Just like that. Willie, I need my roof done. Okay.
And Willie says, okay. And then he's like, oh, does Friday work? That's pretty much it.
Yeah.
Have you had your roof done since you? Okay. But if you did, that's how the process would go.
I would assume so.
If-
Put yourself on schedule. You know, when there's a day that they're around, then and they got an opening. Sure.
I'm wondering if
That
anyone.
is wrong.
I'm wondering if
Tenth
anyone.
anniversary is aluminum or tin.
Aluminum or tin? That's what you got to buy your wife. Something
Something aluminum.
or tin.
Bat. Extra, or like empty beer
Tall
can.
pack.
Reynolds
Back.
foil. I don't know.
Alternative.
Yep. Yeah. There you go.
Alternative would be like an onyx crystal or green tourmaline gemstone.
That sounds awful.
Stick with
She's
the
not
tin.
gonna like that.
Stick with the aluminum.
So what's your answer? Perfect world.
I'm in a perfect world.
Probably
A
like a
ticket someplace, anywhere.
That's
She
what
likes
you
to
like.
travel.
Okay. Expect that maybe, Kathy. Okay. Yep. All right. Next. You're a sports guy, right? Okay. Iowa's your team.
Yeah.
Okay. Where do you see Iowa going this year in the Big Ten
You know,
for football?
really all that matters
Is they beat Iowa State?
is they beat Iowa State. Right?
Are you an Iowa State?
Yes.
Okay.
So I know not to talk until the game's far over. Not even if you're winning by 40 points, don't talk. When the game is over and it's no time left on the clock, then you can talk.
Well, the fun thing about this year is Iowa State's actually really, really good. They're a top 10 team. And Iowa's always tough. Is it in Iowa City or is it in Ames?
I don't know. I haven't looked
Well,
at
it
the
was,
schedule.
last year was supposed to be in Iowa City. It's 2 years ago to the Ames, so I don't know
I'm
what
guessing
they're
it's
doing.
probably
With,
in Ames.
I don't know what they're doing because since they didn't play last
Yeah.
year, so
For your sake, I hope that it's in Ames, and for your sake, I hope it's in Iowa City.
Kathy is expecting that ticket, just so you know.
Oh,
You're
boy.
welcome.
Well done.
I think you should.
Hey, ticket can be
I think
anywhere.
you should pay for it.
Ticket can be anywhere. Ticket can be
You
the circus.
got me into this.
It could be a circus in Baraboo, for crying out loud. It doesn't matter what ticket it goes to. You know what would be great, since we were talking about this?
Oh,
Now I've completely lost my mind. What were we talking about in the Upper Peninsula?
just now?
Yeah,
Oh,
Oh.
the ferries.
not the ferries, but
But you have to get to
The
Mackinac.
the bridge.
The finger.
The bridge, not Houghton.
Mackinac Island.
Mackinac Island.
Yeah.
That'd be a great one for you guys to do. What do you think, Kathy?
You go up there and ride a horse around.
That would be so much fun.
Scooters.
It's not snowy.
I'll take your
Bring her
kids.
to a nice restaurant.
Can you read my mind right now?
Yeah, it's basically telling me to off.
He's good.
Yeah, pretty
Oh,
much.
Kathy says movie theater. Here we come. Oh, take her to the one with
There
the
we go.
heated seats.
You have one of those in Mason?
Oh yeah.
Do that?
She
The
says
heated
that.
recliners.
She says that, but she does not like movies. She'll fall
Doesn't
asleep.
matter. Heated recliners.
I'll just pick you get to pick the movie then if she's
Give her
gonna fall
good
asleep.
chocolate. Sneak it in your pocket.
That sounds awful. Someone's here. Is that Colton?
Coulter?
Coulter?
Oh, no.
Surprise, you're on
Oh.
candid camera.
Who is that?
Sorry.
Just wait at the
What's his name?
camera. We're live.
What's his name?
Brett Christensen.
From where?
I think he's trying to sell us something.
Oh,
You'll have
things that
that.
happen on live.
You'll have that.
Yeah, I thought that was. It's not Colton. It's
No.
Coulter.
Colter.
Coulter. That's not.
Has he ever been Colton?
Coulter is
No.
short. Coulter is short.
Oh, is he? I guess that guy was
No.
pretty tall.
Yeah, Coulter is short.
You are sitting down, too.
Yeah,
Just saying.
that could be. All right, so we talked football. We talked marriage. Let's move on to food. That'd be a good one. You like your Chinese
Yep.
food? You like the
Yep.
people I know.
Yep.
But,
Yep.
all right. The food.
What do you mean? What about it? What about food?
On a normal day, and maybe this is a better question for Willie. Now I'll let you guys both chime in. What is he eating on a day that is a Wednesday afternoon, and he's getting a little hungry. What's he? Is he reaching for the phone book? Like, hey, Willie, what should I eat? You know, like one of those situations.
It's almost like we're married. Where do you want to go? I don't know. Where do you want to go?
You know your wife has something to say about this.
What sounds good to you? I don't know.
All the time.
Does she?
I'll call him randomly. Guess what? I'm on date night. Whoops, my bad.
Yeah. No, we need to get one of those like wheels or something to figure out where we're going.
Yeah. It was just
Oh,
today.
that is a great idea.
Maybe I should.
It was just today.
You got enough to do.
We're getting oil changed.
Unless, yeah.
And he pulls up. He goes, "Where do you want to go for lunch?" I said, "I don't know what you want to do," and that just goes back and forth. It's
Just you?
Yeah,
Yeah.
absolutely.
Well, you guys are both like really easygoing guys. So,
Sometimes it's difficult.
Yeah.
where's your number one place you guys go to though? Like Boulder Tap?
Boulder Tap's good. Rib Crib, probably. What?
That's probably our go-to.
Is it?
Mm-hmm.
Where's that?
Judging
in
by the
town?
stack of cups in the back, yeah.
It's here. No.
Dude,
Right, but
the rib.
like what is it? Like where is it exactly? So like,
Oh, I thought you said what?
well,
is
I
it?
rib.
It's like
I mean
rib
rib.
crib.
Yeah.
It's out on the west
You know
part
where
of town.
Tommy's car wash is?
I do.
Right next door.
Yeah.
Kind of by Pancheros there.
A little farther out. Yeah, it's the place. Good
Like
lunch.
same parking lot.
Yeah.
Almost.
But be prepared to take a nap afterwards because, man, it's so much food. It's
And it's
out-
good. 5 stars? What do
Yeah.
you give it? How many
Really.
stars?
Definitely.
Yeah.
4.73 stars.
All right. Not to disclude anyone, and you guys can both, this is a question for both of you. What's your favorite place to eat, hands down, in Mason?
Rib crib.
That Chinese restaurant in the mall
Ooh, yeah, that one.
is a recent discovery. Very fresh, good food down there, for sure.
Have you guys gone to X throwing it all down there?
I did when I was doing the chamber thing. They had a chamber event when it first opened. I've done that. Yep.
How'd you do? Did you get one thrown back at you? Or
No axes in the foot. I think I did pretty well actually.
how'd you do?
all
I
about
threw it like twice because there was a lot of people trying to. I think it was right before it opened.
Yeah.
And it was kind of anybody. It was like what do they call that?
Are you working with Jay Brooks? Country?
I mean, I know him. We did a podcast with them once, yeah. But yeah.
Maybe that's something we should
Oh,
do.
that's
for,
right. We did the
We
yeah,
did the
we did a
podcast
podcast
there.
there.
Yep.
Sorry, Jay, if you're
we should
watching.
do a company event there or something. That'd be fun.
Yeah, because they allowed. I think you can do beer in there and everything, can't you?
I think so.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I don't know if you
they
can do
serve
food.
beer, but you can't take it outside of the establishment. You can't go out into the hallway.
Oh, the venue.
I mean, that
We
makes
can't
sense
let, we
because you're in
can't
the
let
mall.
Joe drink and throw an axe.
Yeah, I don't know.
No way. No way.
Probably
I
not a
don't
good
think you
idea.
should just let him throw an axe at all.
No.
Good guy though.
You
Very
could
good.
keep score.
There you go.
I don't know if he would show. Actually, he probably would show up if there's like. Does he drink Coors Light? He seems like a Coors Light guy.
Coulter's a Coors Light guy.
Coors,
Are we calling-
banquets?
Are we back
Banquets?
to calling him Colton or Coulter?
It's Coulter. It's
Why
always
do you-
been
You don't
Coulter.
have to be mean.
Never Coulter.
You don't have to be mean to me.
Coulter.
And he gives me a bad time for getting somebody's name wrong.
Well, you did. You're like, oh, I know Caitlin. I'm like, I don't think it's Caitlin. It's Caitlin.
It's Kaylee.
It's Kaylee.
Whatever. No one ever said I was good with names for crying out loud.
We are struggle
Hey,
busting.
remember a couple people called you Kristen, right? Or Christine? You know who called you Christine? I can't wait to give him a hard time next time we see him. Is Mike Gooder from Plant
I know, you texted it to me, but that's okay because it was really close. Don't call me Kristen. Kristen is not my name. It's not even close to my
Did
name.
you hear that?
Yeah, I'm seeing. I don't need to hear anything.
There's
I'm
one
just
person
seeing the
that ever
look.
called me that.
Oh, yes. It was a former videographer. His name we won't mention. It's because of,
We're not going to talk about it.
yeah, but oh, yeah. Hey, Kristen, can you go get that light? It was pretty bad.
Did you hide?
I didn't know what was going on.
Oh,
She told me after.
But everybody else was calling me by the right name in front of him.
Sounds like a sword set.
You're afraid?
A little bit.
Yeah, she's good.
Channeling my inner Kathy.
Yes. Now you're getting now you're getting hit. She's looking right at you. All right. Final thoughts. I'll open it up to you, Willie. We'll start with you.
To me,
Yep. Final thoughts on anything you want to mention that we didn't talk about. We did pretty well for 47 or 57 minutes.
yeah, it was a quick hour.
Told you it goes by fast.
Biggest thing is just give us a call before it gets too cold. we
Just
still
in
have
general or for business?
For business, we have for Alpha. We have 2 more months of work to do, and we probably have a month, scheduled right now. So there is still time to get some work done. And other than that, we really enjoy having you go come and visit with us, Chris. It was a
You
good
mean
time.
that?
Yeah.
Good.
Yeah.
Your turn now. Be nice.
I guess just basically thanks for everybody, anybody who's called, anybody who's had us come out, check their stuff out. We appreciate it. Definitely refer us if you'd like, and we'd appreciate any more business you guys give us.
This as long as you're not booked. But I mean, if something happens that you guys are booked and it's not something that it's immediate, you guys go ahead and schedule it for next year.
Yeah.
Right.
When do you guys typically start next year? After 50 degrees, what is it like?
April 1st.
Oh, April 1st
is
you guys start.
is we
That's not a
shoot for it. Yeah.
okay. Very nice.
And the weather all depends upon that. So
And some Aprils are great, and others are like back in 2011, the March, we had like 13 days in the 80s.
Yeah.
And then how many Marches have been crap since?
for sure.
Boy, make sure you call Alpha if you have any roofing needs. Again, after all the weather that's been going on, you may have a leaky roof. You may have some shingles that are undid. Do I sound like a roofer now? Did I say all those things?
Well, you could use better English.
Roofer.
Roofer.
Undid.
That's where I was going. Was the
Most
it's your show? We're just on it.
Thank you. Undid.
just
I
gotta
kind of like the undid.
just gotta keep the colorful language to a minimum, and you'll
Yes.
sound just like a roofer.
And give them a call. Otherwise, again, if you're looking for a new one, give them a jingle. They could probably still get it done this year. Otherwise, 2022 is coming around. Oh,
Quick.
all right, guys. Thanks for being on. We'll see you maybe in another 6 months.
Sounds good.
You guys would like that, wouldn't you? 6 months. Yeah, that's fine with me. I think Christina's like, yeah, I'll see you tomorrow. Yep, that sucks for you. Bye, guys.